Hi everybody, my name is Christy, and today I want to talk about Santa Claus and a little bit about a Facebook post that I actually saw on Facebook about Santa Claus that made me really think. And I want to see what you guys think about this because it kind of got me really thinking. If you're a kid that still believes in Santa Claus and you're watching this video, that's fine. Santa Claus is real. No need to panic. Okay? But this is a post I saw that really got me concerned, and I'm going to read it to you. The original screenshot was posted by, I should say, the alternative mom. It doesn't look like it was to her directly, as far as the post is concerned. And the post that I saw it from was by Sky Turner, author. So I don't know exactly the relation there. But the screenshot of this post that the alternative mom put up said, "I cannot stress this enough. Stop telling your Santa-age kids that their iPads and iPhones are $200 toys are from Santa. Because some families cannot afford that. Little kids wonder why they got socks or a coat or hand-me-down toys from Santa, and other kids got an iPad. This is the second year I've had a parent cry to me, telling me that their kids ask if they weren't good enough or if Santa doesn't like them as much. Breaks my heart for the parents and the kids. So take the credit for the gifts. Santa didn't buy the iPad. Mama did or Daddy did. Leave the less expensive gifts to Santa. Be blessed you can afford what others cannot. Merry Christmas." Why are we attacking Santa now? I don't know if it's exactly an attack on Santa or the parents at this point, because as far as this is concerned, I think we went a little too far. These kids who complain about that they didn't get an iPad or iPhone for Christmas, saying, is it because I wasn't good enough? Or that Santa doesn't like me enough? One, your child should not be craving for Santa's love. They need to focus on the parents' love, or even Jesus' love, or your God's love if you're not Christian or Catholic. In conjunction to that, when was the rating for what you got for how good you were? Maybe, just maybe, that person who needed the iPad was because they didn't have a computer and the iPad was cheaper. Maybe they liked the iPad better and never had a laptop computer or gaming system in their lifetime. For the ones that are like $200 gifts, like the consoles and stuff, why are we valuing that more than anything Santa would give? We are putting way too much value on gifts, and that is why, to me, Christmas has become a lot more commercial. And it's about what you get, not the thought that counts. And that's what made the new century and Santa a little bit... Because we have Christmas trackers out there. Not Christmas trackers, sorry. Santa trackers out there. We have Santa trackers. We have Santa phone calls. We have Santa text messages. Don't get me wrong. Okay, if you are a child watching this video right now and you believe in Santa, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that what happened to old-fashioned writing Santa Claus? Like, I do that. I just write a letter and send it to Santa. Why do we have to get so technical about it? In addition to that, why is a parent crying about, do they not love me enough? Does not Santa love me enough for this? Because I'd be questioning, why are you wanting Santa's love? Because, don't get me wrong, it's not like you can't, like, love Santa, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, they're not your mother, they're not your father, and they're not Jesus Christ. So why are you trying to get their love, their approval, though? Santa doesn't give gifts based on how much he loves you. Santa gives gifts that he thinks you will like and or things you need. If you don't need that iPod, if you don't need that computer, why give it to you? Okay? Because I believe that Santa will give you an appropriate gift that matches your belief style. If you believe the only way to be blessed is by getting an expensive gift, then he's not going to give that to you, because that's not the meaning of Christmas. Christmas itself is about family and friends and being around the people you care about and showing each other how much you care about one another. It is not about gifts. It is not about the food. It is not about any of that. Okay? We do that as an expression of it, but you should be able to have a year of Christmas, no gifts except for ones you made, and be happy with it. So I will say for this much, if your child is asking these questions of why doesn't Santa love me enough, or wasn't I good enough, I'd take a double check at what you've been teaching them about Santa and about the Christmas season, because Christmas is not about gifts. And sometimes we need to remind them about that look, it's not about gifts. It's the fact that Santa knew what you needed. If you need a jacket or you need clothes, but he brings you an iPod or an iPad, let's say your parents couldn't afford it that year. Well, now you're another year without it because you really wanted the Nintendo system when you really needed a coat. Sometimes, although it's not fun to get gifts that you need, sometimes you need to get them. So that's my kind of feeling on it. I remember reading, who was it? Sky Turner's repost comment to this, and saying that they tell their kids that they end up paying Santa for the toys that they get. So if they do get an expensive toy, that they gave Santa the money to give it to the kid. Which, okay, I'm not going to go deeper into that because I don't know who's watching this. But I mean, that is one way to handle it. If that is really your concern. The other thing is that you said in here, whoever did it, because I don't know who did it. The alternative mom just shared it, so I don't think it's her. But it said, this is the second year I've had a parent cry to tell me that their kid asked if they were good enough or if Santa didn't like them as much. Second year in a row? Or in your lifetime? Because if it's in your lifetime, that's not a lot of kids. Okay, that is not a lot of kids. So I don't know what you're really trying to say there. So, yeah. Plus, I always think about it this way. You could have it that the best gift comes from Santa or the not so greatest gift comes from Santa. Because either way you think about it, they're going to get that gift at some point or another from someone or another. Whether it comes from Santa or your parents doesn't really matter that much. So my opinion on this, strictly opinion, is that if your child is wondering were they good enough for the present that they got, or if Santa doesn't like them as much as the other kids, you need to try to figure out why the kid's thinking that. Because gifts aren't about, are you good enough? Christmas is not about gifts. It's about being with others, showing your love for another, and being with each other. Like, the gifts are just icing on the cake. So, if you are affected by this dilemma, then I urge you to talk to your kids to figure out what exactly is going through your mind that makes you think that you weren't good enough and that you are thinking that Santa doesn't love you any more than anybody else. So, because if that's a problem now, there's going to be bigger problems in the future. It's just going to be transferred onto somebody else. So, that is my thought on that. Agree or disagree, but that is my thought on that. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button. Don't forget to go ahead and show your support to my channel by hitting subscribe. Until next time, guys. See ya.